YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, back at you with another episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Month of Madness. Ooh. That's right, it's another episode of the show where we take a look at a different deck every day in the month of January. And today we have ourselves another banger of a fan suggestion. We got ourselves Cracking Dragon Turbo. That's right. There's a going first deck where we're trying to summon out the Cracking Dragon, or two if we can manage it. And we're just trying to whittle our opponent down, stop them from just willy-nilly making all the things for all their combo decks. Just trying to summon out the Cracking Dragon and letting him do his thing. And we're going to be doing this all thanks to Mr. Sparkling Wizard, who asked to take a look at some Cracking Dragon action. And that's exactly what we're going to get into. So, of course, if y'all have a suggestion for the month of madness, leave it in the comments below, where you will also find the deck list we're using today. But do make sure you get them suggestions in, because we're running low on room. I think there's about 10 spaces left. So if you've got something you want to really see and you haven't made a suggestion yet or some such, well, go ahead and do so. You know, time's ticking, people. So with all that said, let's go ahead right into the action, get right on to EDO Pro, show this deck off and all how it works, and have ourselves a good time. Alrighty, our first opponent, another day, another card game. We do like to go first in this deck. It's going first is like a big thing with this deck, and oh boy, that's a good hand. Now the question is, what do we do with this opening hand? I could go, oh man, I've got Armageddonite though, so I can't do the thing I want to normally do. Let me think. Well, okay. Let's summon out Summoner Monk and see where this goes. If we get negated, then we'll be fine. Let's activate Summoner Monk, and I do have Summon Dice, but I'm going to go with the more reasonable sort of thing we can do. There's many things we can do with Summon Dice to get out Cracking Dragon, but it's dice roll related. So, yeah, no, you got to be careful with that sort of thing. So, we're going to discard Cracking Dragon, and we're going to send Maka to Ruin Force for later. For now, we're going to make our Dugars the Timeless, one of our combos for bringing out our Cracking Dragon. We're going to activate our Boy's Effect. Not ideal to put him in defense mode, but when we need to, Cracking Dragon is on the board, and there you go. Cracking Dragon Turbo, immediately done. I wish it was half as easy to do reactors that way, but there you go. So now we've got Cracking Dragon on the board. Let me explain how this card works. Basically, every time my opponent summons exactly one monster, that monster will lose attack equal to its level times 200, and my opponent will take an equal amount of damage. Yeah, so he'll summon Alibur, the Jester of the Thespians. Cool and all that. It'll take 800 damage. And he can go for his branded fusion. Summon a few fusions. Every fusion he summons is going to get weaker. And we're going to be set. Going to be pretty set. This could get rough, though, considering that Thespians are pretty nasty. But we'll see. Oh, hey, the first Darklord. He's pretty big. He is big, and he's a higher level, meaning he can actually beat over Cracking Dragon. But until then, he's taking 2,400 damage. And then he'll summon out the Dramaturge of the Thespians. And he'll get whatever that is, but, you know, is what it is. Sadly, missing the timing on, doing more damage, but it's okay. It's okay, because this guy can't beat over my Cracking Dragon. Cracking Dragon can only be beaten over by a monster with a higher level, or a Link, or an Xyz. That's about it. Yeah, but Cracking Dragon in defense mode is fine. Even if he beats over it, I got Call of the Haunted. I'm pretty set in that regard. Yeah, he'll summon Lubellion, the Searing Dragon. That's cool and all. But before I get negated, I will be inflicting more damage, sir. I really wish I had another Cracking Dragon right now, but I don't. Another Cracking Dragon would be nice, but I don't have one at the moment. Okay, well, I'm going to activate my effect anyway. Screw you. Screw you and your Mirror Ball Dragon. Alright, well, unfortunate that We got negated. That's like the one thing. We got negated. If we hadn't been negated, this would have been over. I would have just kept, burning my opponent to death. That's what we tried to do here. Just burn, burn, burn. Churn and burn. Alright, so Mirror Jade, Ice Blad Dragon. I mean, he's very low on life points thanks to crackingdragon, but the problem is this thing, and that thing, and every other thing. I could really use, like, my Machina redeployment would be, like, the best card right now. Because then I could do, like, multiple things with it. Alright, so now it's my opponent. He's gonna beat over crackingdragon out of spite. Out of petty spite, I tell you. Alright, so that guy's gone. And that guy is gone. And let's go ahead. Call the Haunted. Bring back crackingdragon. So if he wants to get rid of it, he's going to have to use the effect of Mirror Jade on his turn, which is what he would not want to do normally, but he will do it now. Alright, so there goes crackingdragon, but that's one less attack, little less damage. So now all I need to do is, like, draw into Machina redeployment. That'd be the best thing. I don't have any other machines in the grave, do I? No. That's the wrong graveyard anyway. Yep. Machina deployment would be very nice. Another Call of the Haunted. Alright, enter the battle phase, because I have to enter the battle phase. Thanks, Duels. You do us a good service, but I kind of needed that phase. Alright, let's go for Armageddon Knight. Go for that dude. Is there anything... Let me think here. Is there anything I can send right now that will save my balls? Not really. Sadly, no. Well, that is unfortunate for the first duel. You know, we had a really good showing for Kraken. You get the idea of what we're trying to do. Just the fact that my opponent was just so scared of crackingdragon, he negated it and banished it. Not a fan, I have to say. Not a fan. Alright. Well, my opponent... Can we just get him to... Let's see... Can we get him to fusion summon? Or activate, like, his branded fusion? That would be cool, but no. No, regrettably not. So, I'm going to keep doing... I'm pretty sure I've lost this one just because... That negate combo... Unfortunately, a bit more than we wanted to handle. So, we lose the first duel, but you get... You know, we got a deck that can turbo out crackingdragon. All that needs to happen now is for all the pieces to fall into place. So let's go for Duel 2, pick ourselves back up, and show off what this deck can really do. Alrighty, second opponent, let's go do it again. But better this time, and we don't get to go first. Okay. Oh, whoa, wait, hold on, my opponent did nothing. Ooh, it's perfect. I love it when they do nothing. Alright, let's see what we do. We have, like, all the things in the world. Let's just start with summon dice. 5 or a 6. I cut through all the red tape. Nothing happening. That's okay. You know what? It's fine. I didn't need it anyway. We're all good. I'll have my Machina Citadel, and we'll be good for that. So let's go ahead, bring out Machina Fortress. And I should mention Jack Wyvern. I can banish him and a machine on the field and just bring back a machine. Which I could do. I just don't want to do it right yet. That's for later. I'll take an emergency sort of thing. And my opponent drew Call the Haunted, bring back crackingdragon. Crack the magic dragon. There he is on the board. Alrighty, let's see him do his thing. That's what I want to see. I want to see my opponent summon like a bunch of monsters. And then for it to mean nothing. Because I've got a field nuke. And I've got, you know, a field bounce. I got all sorts of things. Okay. Well, my opponent doesn't seem to have an optimal hand or something. Or maybe he's got gores. No gores. Alright. I mean, I don't want to win just because my opponent, like, did nothing. I might have to give him a spare turn. Never mind, he's got Raidraptors. He's got plenty of things. What are you talking about? What is this? Bird of Perfection. And then he summons that guy. And that'll dodge crackingdragon, which is a little annoying, but what can you do? Alright, so we're up against Raidraptors. Oh yeah, Citadel's on the ground. I thought this was Citadel for a second. I'm like, wait, why can't I do a thing? Answer? Because I got the wrong card. But it's okay. Like anything he summons, like I said, he'll take damage, and he's already taken a lot of damage so far. Heal Eagle. Heal Eagle? Okay, Heal Eagle indeed. I mean, like I said, dude, everything you summon's gonna cost you some life points. Summon your Heal Eagle. You'll take the damage. It's a little less damage than the other guy, but it's still damage. Okay. Our Air Raid Falcon, what does this do? No! The irony! The irony! Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess this blows stuff up and then I take damage. Regrettable. Indeed. Alright, so... Satellite Cannon? No, my back row. I was going to use that. It was going to be funny. I don't know. All my opponents are prepared for me today. I don't know what to say. I mean, I still got Mocking the Citadel waiting in the wing, but... I guess it doesn't matter. So, yeah, he's going to go for more Exceed summons and things. And I'm going to have a Citadel waiting in the wing. I really need something to get Ruin Force in the graveyard. That's actually something I kind of need right now. It's like a danger monster, or my other Machina redeployment, or something of that nature. I guess he just wants to make my... Oh, wait a minute. I get to look at his hand and do things. Let's see. Talking to Raidraptor in the grave. I guess this one. Yeah, because he targeted me with a monster effect, I get to ditch a card from my opponent's hand. Pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. I mean, it's unfortunate that we lost crackingdragon after he finally got to do... You know, he was on the board. He was commanding the board this time. Last time he was trying, but this time he was doing. And he still did a lot of damage. I really wish I had, you know, my Storming Mirror Force to keep my life points safe. Because I think he's going to make that thing. Which I can beat, but not with what I have on the board right now. Let's see. For the rest of the turn, monsters with stats attack, opponent cannot activate cards or effects. Well, that's not fun. How could you do this? Go on, do it. Oh, dang, I was hoping he wouldn't do that. I was hoping he would just look at Jackie Wyvern and be like, no, I'm not touching that. Alright. Dang, we keep getting close. Come on. Yes. Exactly what I needed. It's just what I needed. Do. So, this doesn't hurt me, right? Not really. Not that I'm aware of. Machina Fortress number 2, Electric Boogaloo. Alrighty, well, crackingdragon, you did some good stuff, my boy. You did, but it's Ruin Force time. My monster's bigger. And I think I just win if I beat over this, right? I don't need to bother with Ultimate Falcon. This guy can go away. There's a win, and we got to do everything. We got the Machinas doing their thing. We got the crackingdragon doing the burn and the damage. I'm content with that one. So we picked ourselves up pretty damn good from the last duel. We got time for one more duel today. I want to show off this deck one more time. Hopefully we get all the bells and whistles going in the first turn. You know, crackingdragon and chain energy. My opponent, big teary boy. So let's go for duel number 3. Alrighty, the third and final opponent to the fighting third. Up against a guy called Person. Reminds me of my favorite Minecraft villager, Guy Person. Loved that guy. He traded me so much stuff for so many of them emeralds. It was good times. Anyway, we got ourselves a couple dangers, which is cool and all. Yeah, I can bring back Machina Citadel, I suppose. You know, we're just going to sit with that. You know, it's not a great opening, but it's an opening we can live with. I've got 2 Call of the Haunted. We're up against... What do you call this? Odd Eyes, Pendulum Dragons? Pendulum Dragons. We're up against some Pendleton Dragons, which means my opponent's going to be trying to Pendulum Summon a lot, and he's got that, the Odd Eyes normal Pendulum dude. What did he add? Look at the pendulograph. Every time it do, it makes me laugh. Got a Skullcrobat Joker. Man, I remember when this guy used to be... Skullcrobat was banned for a while, wasn't he? Been a while, but I remember he was at least on the ban list for a bit. Pendulums used to be the most obnoxious, like, group of cards in the game, man. Like, it was completely toxic. I'm talking like back in the day. Magispector Cure and things like that. Nowadays, I mean, you give them the right hand, Pendulums can, like, completely dominate your butt. That is something that they have the power to do. Odd Eyes is destroyed. Summoning Odd Eyes from the hand, the deck, or the grave. Did it have to include the grave? Or the deck, I should say. Do the main phase, destroy this card, take Stargazer. Sure, just summon the ritual without even using freaking like a fusion, or not a fusion, a ritual spell. Why not? What does this do? Each time your opponent special summons from the extra deck, which I don't care about doing, when you put out a spell trap, place this card into the Pendulum Zone. If you do, negate, then ritual. Okay, so basically this does nothing. What does this do? It's big. Essentially, that's what this does. This is big. This is what it is. All right. So my opponent's got quite the board. Okay, so that does do something. It blows my monsters up. Pendleton exceeds. All right, I better do something about this. I don't know if I can negate this, but I'm going to summon out Citadel. So he gets to exceed level 7, so that means he's going for Absolute Toot. Or, conversely, what does this do? Attach to materials, target a face of card, destroy it. Okay. I'm gonna wait for him to activate that. There we go. Yeah, I can do that. I think, unless I'm mistaken as to what all these cards do. Nope. I think I understood what his cards did. Unless I forgot what this one does. Okay, that one just scales itself. What about the other? I thought the ritual could do that. Or that's only when he negates things. Okay, that works. Works for me, baby! Now I just need... I was literally about to say, all I need is Cracking Dragon. And there he is. There's my boy. There is my son. So now the question... yeah. I'm like... Part of me is like... Part of me tells me... Memphis, bring back Citadel. He's more useful. The other part of me is like, screw you, conscience. I'm making Cracking Dragon. Okay? You can't stop me. You couldn't stop me before, and you can't stop me now. Alright. I mean, the whole idea of today's deck, Turbo out Cracking Dragon. I have summoned him every duel. Okay? You can't tell me this isn't Cracking Dragon Turbo. Okay? This is Cracking Dragon Turbo. That's what it is. What is he doing? Oh. What does this do? Oh, this does nothing. This also does something, because now it suddenly has material on it. I don't know where it came from, but it came from somewhere. Let's see. Detach material, target up to 2 monster poke controls, 3,000 or less attack and destroy. Stop blowing up my things! Leave my things alone! Never mind, he made something else. What does this do? Go away. I don't trust your kind in here, Xyz. That's right. Alrighty. Well, there's a nice win with the Cracking Dragon. You might say Cracking Dragon did next to nothing in this duel. That is incorrect. He attacked my opponent directly. So, there's a win. Let's go ahead for the end screen. This deck is going to be doing the same thing over and over. We don't need to do 4th duels, I don't think. So, let's go for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody. So, Cracking Dragon Turbo. We went 2 out of 3, which is honestly a little bit better than I was expecting. Because Cracking Dragon, he's a bit dated, even for a more kind of sort of modern card. I mean, he's a few years old at this point, but it's a certain strategy. You start with him out. If your opponent can't negate him or blow him up, and they need to start swarming out all these monsters with levels, you're going to be in for a good time. You know? And honestly, things could have gone really better for the Death Speed duel, but, you know, there was a good chance. If that had just been plain Dark Worlds, or not Dark World, but Dark Lords, that would have been perfect. We would have just annihilated that guy. But you get an idea what this deck is just trying to do. We're just trying to summon Cracking Dragon and let him do his thing. That's all. It's plain and simple. We don't need to negate everything our opponent's doing. We don't need to blow up everything they're doing, unless Citadel has something to say about that. It's plain and simple. It's what it does. And I appreciate finally getting a chance, because I've always wanted to make a Cracking Dragon deck. I just never did. But now we finally have, and I'm glad I did. So thank you, everybody at home, for watching. If you enjoyed, consider hitting the like button. That's all I ask. You know, if you want to subscribe, that's all up to you. I appreciate it if you do, but it's all up to you. Just, if you enjoyed it, the like button. It lets me know that people like what we're doing. And tomorrow is day number 7, which means that Ultra Memphis is going to be here. I probably should have mentioned that, but it's madness, so I can't tell you all the secrets. But yeah, he's going to be showing up every few days, every 7 days. Ultra Memphis. And what's the deck tomorrow? I don't remember. It's that deck. All right, we're going to be playing that deck tomorrow. So thanks, everybody at home, for watching again. Your boy Memphis will see you next time. Till then, peace.